For what? It is my problem. It is, I do have a problem. Jason Rossner showed up and started acting like a fucking goof and saying a bunch of judgmental, retarded shit to me. I told him to fuck off and he didn't. That was the issue. I don't have an issue with it now. I have an issue with him now. And, yeah, what you're suggesting is accurate. I don't have a problem with anything. I was just saying, while someone did that, I wasn't going to talk to anyone as a means of mitigating him being able to talk to me because I didn't want to. And I don't. I'm talking to you because I don't care that much. And yeah, I didn't say there was a problem. I just said he should stop trying to scapegoat drugs as being something responsible for any problem, as he was doing that. When in actuality, all those things he's referring to were fucking just a result of him and other people doing this crooked, underhanded thing that exploited technology he wasn't really entitled to use that was used to hurt someone. So, I'm gonna get shit offline. And this creep Jason Roster just says this to me, forcing communication on me. Says this as though he's not one of the like lowest criminal pieces of shit on the planet for doing this. I'm using his name here, and I'm saying he's a libelous, slanderous piece of shit for what he said. And he is. He's just a fucking misrepresenting goon. And the thing is, he's got to prove it libelous on my part if he wants that taken offline. So currently, what I just did in saying that, I just put his name there. I said he's involved in a lot of fucking gross, abusive shit done to me. It was completely unjustified. And he's standing there after the fact, running his mouth and making threats to me and shit. And I'm saying, well, here's your name going online, calling you a fucking piece of shit for everything you did, trying to hurt me. And if you want to take it offline, because I'm not taking it offline, either he'll have to use the password he just witnessed me putting in and probably would use, or you have to go to the police and ask them to go to YouTube and get it taken down for some other reason, claiming it was defamatory probably, but it's not. It's 100% unbiased truth, and in light of that, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't like. It's the grossest thing is though. I quit smoking yesterday, and this is not the first instance of someone trying to force me to fuck up quitting smoking by coming and attacking me in whatever terms they do. But it's like being woke at like 3:30 just for the sake of um, other people catching up at the same time and stopping for about an hour and then having this come out. So, unusual. Anyways, I don't hate this person anyways, but it's like I don't know. I just don't know what to say to people to go out of their way to try and aggravate me and shit over nothing just to create issues. It just seems so lame. It seems so incredibly lame. But as it is, I don't really have a problem with anyone doing anything. It's just like I don't know. It seems a lot to ask that like sit there and tolerate people telling lies about you all day in front of you. You're just trying to provoke a reaction. It's like I don't really care that much. I mean, if someone does that, what does it say? Well, it says they propagate some misinformation, and the only people who believe them really are probably going to be quite gullible to begin with. The kinds of people that would hear just a rumor go around and accept it as reality. I don't ever like listen to shit like that and then incorporate it into my belief system because I think it would be a careless thing to do because your beliefs would soon fall into disarray and be like you'd think a lot of crazy shit if it wasn't so. So I have a different approach, but I don't think he was saying what you're trying to suggest, that it was because of my wearing that still at the time, because it wasn't. And in light of the context of it, all the pre-existing instances of him interacting with me in any respect or saying anything were always prejudiced things he was saying. He even said them in private in videos. And that's obviously that's where my expectation of a continuity of that came from. Or I wouldn't care otherwise. If that was purely that in actuality, I'd offer an apology for saying it, but I don't know. It doesn't seem it was, realistically. Like, why would I care otherwise? I didn't care about anyone else saying shit like that if they were genuinely, like, just doing something like that, but it's not. If it were that, I would care. And, like, in light of that, in light of the fact I was forced through drug withdrawal before by people trying to hurt me with it, and this pops up after I had like 2 hours sleep and I'm going right in the peak of cigarette withdrawal, and he shows up to do it. It seems a little like questionable, but whatever. I'll ignore it forever. It doesn't matter. I don't need to fucking direct that to anyone for me, because I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It says a lot about various things that you can't even like. I don't know. There's just no well, I'll put it this way. I can like any word. Shut up. I'm guessing it's the case. I don't know. I don't know what anyone else is doing or why. I think it's pretty like fucked up though. A lot of the way the surfaces around various things. But I mean, you should expect me to tell you to fuck off like from every direction right now, because I'm going through cigarette withdrawal, and it's bound to make me want to do something unpleasant, because that's what it does. If there's people standing there trying to guilt you after something like that is done, when that in question has a history of being abusive bullshit, like, you already have an established history of doing the shit, so I don't really think it's unreasonable saying anything along those lines. But what the fuck? Where does it go? I'm just gonna grammatically, I have to look at something that's going on. I can't do it with transcribing anything though. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take myself out of this, and I'm gonna start analyzing things from a different perspective, like a third party. And I'm pretty sure I can sort out no, I didn't make my decision or anything else. I didn't change anything. You had someone try and do an abusive thing and tried to provoke me towards harming myself. It meant nothing, and nothing of consequence changed the situation. That's all I'll admit to, and any subsequent comments, I'm putting them on hold until I think cigarette withdrawal is fully over. Then I'll address them again. So think whatever you want, but you're not making these changes of any kind in my life for me. I don't care. It doesn't work that way. you talking about, Fecal Man? I'm currently going through cigarette cessation. I've been for over a day now. And I believe there's someone affecting the air quality in this building I live in. It's exposed to some kind of strange gas that chills you. I don't know what this is called, but I've been subjected to a lot of instances of someone doing this relative to this media production that went on around me, and it makes you chilled because they try and use this hypnotic method. It's like a means of traumatizing you when you're really little, and then later on they subject you to cold environments. The cold is supposed to be like catalytic, putting you into specific headspace they can then utilize for their own purposes as they try to exploit biological parameters of you to do various things I won't go into here because mostly it would be speculation for the most part. Some of it I know, some of it isn't that clear to me. But for that reason, they try and aggravate you and get you worked into a state of yelling, and they often try and exploit by having a strong sense of social justice. So some unreasonable crime will be done, and it's like if it seems really unjustified, like it's a hate crime or something, someone attacking me for my whatever difference, for attacking someone else or whatever it is, I feel obligated to say something at least about how wrong I find it. But people have exploited this in the course of this, and they specifically go out of their way to try and do this. And it's like the last time I yeah, I guess. Yes, sir.